Boom. Check 1, 2, check, check. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back with Threading with Anthony. We are streaming in 2025. It is Sunday, January 12th. For everyone that has not seen us, and Happy New Year, I guess, you know. Happy New Year. So we're going to get this live stream started. We started unannounced. I was gonna live stream like like days ago for the new year, but your boy Anthony, you know, he's been really tired with work and his personal life and stuff like that. So we're gonna give a couple of minutes. I believe Rican should be joining us today. So we're gonna give Rican the chance to come in and also be on the live stream because you guys haven't seen Rican in forever. And look, check out the mug, you guys. I'm drinking chamomile tea, by the way. Yeah. But yeah, you guys, we're going to give Rican a chance to join us. I think he's supposed to join us like around 8 o'clock and stuff like that. Let's see what's going to happen. Let me text Rican. Hold on, guys. Let me see if Rican is on right now. Let me know, bro. Yeah. So let me just say something real quick. We're going to talk about Voro Motors. We're going to talk about what's going on the West Coast. And what else we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about what's going on the West Coast. We're going to talk about also congestion pricing because here in New York City, we're the first one and out of the whole entire country that we're first time doing this. New York City has implemented congestion pricing. Is this going to happen in other big cities in the country like Chicago, LA? Oh, here we go. Start without me. He's on his way. All right, cool. Rican is on his way. Yeah, but I'm not sure how long this live stream is going to go because tomorrow, you know, we all got live, you know, and tomorrow we all got responsibility. So I'm pretty sure we got to have this live stream for like 30 to 40 minutes, something like that. But yeah, back on the congestion pricing, Rican and I, we noticed the congestion pricing. Hold on, man. Rican and I, we noticed about the congestion pricing. I want to know his thought because we couldn't honestly like talk about it because we was recording Uber Eats. By the way, that episode is coming this week, so keep in mind with that. It's gonna be a part 1 and a part 2 because a lot of things happened that day, especially with the congestion pricing and also us doing Uber Eats. And we almost got into, I almost got into action. I almost ran into a lady because here in the bike lanes, New York City has so much bike lanes, but unfortunately, people don't follow the bike lanes how they're supposed to, right? But yeah, we're gonna talk about how your boy Anthony almost got hit a lady, got into a close call, by the way. These close calls, they're insane, guys. They're insane. But yeah, let's see. We got 3 people. Slowly but surely, the live chat is coming to life. I think I might be competing my live stream with I think, I don't want to say competition, but like Electric Scooter Academy, he's online right now. He's streaming right now. And who else is streaming? PD's World is streaming live. We got a lot of live stream. I might have to change the scheduling right now. Yeah, but we have a lot of people live streaming in the PEV world. But yeah, you guys, it's such a shame that's going on right now, especially in the world today. The forest fires that's going on in the West Coast is insane. Hopefully, everybody that it's all over there right now, I wish you guys safety, and hopefully your family and your friends are in good health and also safe from that tremendous fire, man. It's crazy, and I don't want to give out political right now, because a lot of people are blaming the governor. A lot of people blaming there might be somebody that actually caused a fire. There's a lot, there's conspiracy theories and politics, but at the end of the day, this is a tragedy that's going on in the West Coast. So, we here in the East Coast, in this channel especially, we all praying for all you guys up there, not down there, over there. If that makes sense. Cause we wasn't prepared for this live stream at all. But like I have an idea what we're gonna talk about. I know Yogi Steve. Shout out to Yogi Steve, Electric Scooter Academy. He had to evacuate, unfortunately, but I think he's good. I watched his recent episode. He is live stream right now, but he is good. You can imagine, bro, like having all those scooters in your apartment, and then you need to force to evacuate. First thing first, you need to take your most yourself out of the situation, and also your family and your friends and all that stuff. And then you take if you can, take your valuable possession. All that stuff could be replaced, but the only thing that cannot be replaced is lives. And the end of the day, fuck all them scooters, fuck all that valuable possession. Take your life and your family and your friends out of your apartment or out of your house, because those wild forest fires, man, are insane from what I'm seeing, man. It looks like Independence Day, like that movie. Yeah, guys, like it's unfortunate, but my prayers and we wish you the best of luck over there in the West Coast. Hopefully, Voro Motors. I know Voro Motors is stationed over there. It has their flagship store. Hopefully, they're okay over there. I don't know what they're gonna do, man, but like I don't know. I don't even know if they even open for business with the forest fires. But it seems like from what I read that like they almost got it under control. Let's see. Hold on. Let's put up the YouTube right now, guys. The first thing about California, politics just pops in. I don't know what's up with my algorithm. All right, let's see. I want to see a live stream. Whoever's streaming over there, like showing it live. Let's see what happens. Supposedly this is live now. I'm not sure. Let's see. Boom. So that's a chopper. That's a helicopter right there. And look at all those houses up on the mountains right there, you guys. That's insane. And from what I read, it's like $1 million houses, like over $1 million houses. I heard something about Paris Hilton too, that her house, got demolished. Like not demolished, up in flames. I need to get my words right. Let me see if I can find another video. Let's see, guys. Let's see. All right, so John Hicks, 3 days ago, he posted a video. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Hold on. Shout out to John Hicks. Wow, that is like a war zone, guys.
Great scenes of the apocalypse, man. That's another gas line.
That's like a war zone, honestly, guys. Wow.
Look at that, man. Stuff burning everywhere.
That's like a war zone, guys.
Another huge boom.
Folks, how are we doing? Welcome. This is the first video of the new year. Today is January 8th, 2025. California is currently in a state of emergency. If you haven't seen the news, there are 3 major wildfires in California.
But what a way to start the new year, man. That is such a shame. What a way to start the new year. It tells you a lot how your how this New Year resolution is gonna turn out.
Massive fires. There's one in Palisades. There's one in Silmar. Very hard to breathe out here. It's a very apocalyptic scene. The sky is orange. There's ash floating through the air. I gotta wear masks today because you can literally barely breathe just standing here regularly. It's like smoking chain cigarettes or something.
I remember last summer, New York City and New Jersey area, we was getting affected with forest fires and stuff like that. And it was not that hard to breathe outside, but you could tell like the ashes were in the air. I could just imagine in the West Coast, in LA, how it is right now. I'll be wearing a N95 dust mask. But he's wearing a sarong right there. He's riding a sarong. He has all the range he could possibly has, and he's gonna take us on the tour, I guess.
Whatever. I mean, I got the key, so I guess we're gonna be standing up. I guess I can still sit on it, honestly. Yeah, I can. It's just not quite as comfortable. Dude, I forgot the seat. So you have to take the seat off of this bike to take the battery out. I took the battery out to put it in the car, and I left the seat at home. Oh my God. I'm gonna be honest, I've done dumber stuff, so I'm not even that surprised. Honestly, we're still good. So if you're currently out of the loop of what's going on out here in LA, every year we have these really intense winds. They're called the Santa Ana winds. And this year, I think, easily was the most intense of them that I've ever experienced my entire life living in LA. Like, it was insane how strong the winds were yesterday. And apparently there's one tiny fire in each of these areas where there's now huge fires. And because the winds were so strong, it created these ember tornadoes. And those ember tornadoes were just traveling from place to place, creating tons of really small fires everywhere. And they all kind of combined to make really big fires all over the place. There's also a lot of dry brush. We're in a drought season. There hasn't been any rain this year, basically at all, like almost no rain. Well, definitely not this year because it's January, but last year there was very little rain as well. And
same over here in New York City. There was little rain. And I was like, yo, our winter is gonna come delayed pretty much. But it's been a really cold winter here in New York City.
Pasadena, this is a place I've never ridden on an e-bike. That's for sure, especially not without a seat. Honestly, this is very rideable without the seat. Would I recommend it? No, but it's possible. You can definitely do it. It's a little shakier than it should be. So I mean, it looks like a very dark, overcast day. But where I was, it was beautiful and sunny. So it's really just all these clouds are smoke. It's actual smoke.
Wow, but that looks like a war zone. Again, you guys, I'm sorry about the live stream. I had to reset my internet. Wow, look at that. They're closing down streets right now. This guy, he's riding with just a regular dust mask. I will wear like a respirator mask. Man, yo, because all that flame and all that toxic fumes is not good for you, man. But he's giving us a tour, a POV tour, on his Sarong, by the way. So he has the range, man. He has the range. I don't know who's driving in that in that town like that. But this is like the suburb area in LA right now. So he's gonna give us a tour of the wildfires that is happening currently.
So a lot of the real action is up north and to the left. I don't think we're going to be able to see any of that, but then again, I don't know. It depends on how well they have all the streets sealed off. I could say right here, the smell is so much stronger. Oh yeah, you can see the smoke starting to, it's deep smoke. Oh, there's something on fire right here. Look at these guys.
Man, that's the thing, guys. Like, buying a house in the West Coast or down south, you're gonna have to worry with Mother Nature, guys. If you buy a house in Florida, you need to worry about tornadoes. If you buy a house in LA, you need to worry about wildfires. It's like no win situation, you know. But we got 5 people in the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. We're gonna talk about Voro Motors. We're gonna talk about the New Year's. We're gonna talk about the congestion pricing. We're gonna talk all about that. We're waiting on Rican. Rican should be here any minute now, guys. But we just want to say that we care about all the PEV riders everywhere, especially in LA. Like I said, like 10 minutes ago, we wish you nothing but we're giving you guys a prayer pretty much, and also luck in this whole wildfire situation. I know a lot of people are losing their homes over there with the wildfires, and I heard about something about insurance, like not giving people the insurance money and stuff like that because they'll go bankrupt. You know, it's all a fucking scam in the end of the day. I just don't want to get political on all that stuff. But the first thing, to be fair, you guys, the first thing I put on California, I searched up California wildfires, and the first thing that popped up is our politics and all that stuff. And you know me, guys, I don't like to talk about politics because I just feel like politics just divides people, you know. But it's just crazy. We're in 2025, and already we get, you know, hit with a tragedy right now with wildfires. And you know, we're not even in the middle. Are we in the middle of? Yeah, we're not even in the. We almost in the middle of January, and we get hit with this. You know, as a community and all that stuff with California wildfires. It's insane. You know, like what's happening. 2025 is coming is coming up with a bang. You know, but yeah, man, Rican and I, we did Uber Eats on the. Rican and I, we did Uber Eats on Voro Motors eMove Cruiser. Rican has bar mitts on his eMove Cruiser, and it made the ride a little bit more comfortable in the freezing cold. He was riding below 30 degrees. I say the temperatures were like 25 degrees, 25 Fahrenheit. What is that in Celsius? Let's see. It's 25 degrees converted into Celsius. Let's see. So that's negative 3 Celsius. Holy crap. And, you know, the Voro Motors ran pretty well, in my opinion, in extremely cold weather like that. I'm a type of guy that I don't like to ride in the cold because it just gets uncomfortable. But with the bar mitts, let me show you guys. Let's go. Where can we show you a good picture? Bar mittens. I thought these only work on bicycles, honestly. There we go. I thought that these only works on e-bikes, because we see them a lot, the e-bike riders here in New York City, especially the people doing deliveries. They use these on their bikes, but I thought on a scooter it won't work well because I don't know. I thought because of the balance, maybe it affects the balance and all that stuff. But I guess I was wrong, and it works really well. So these are the bar mitts. They kind of these right now that I'm gonna show you are kind of pricey. But again, if you want to buy something good, you know, spend the money because you know it will turn out to be good. You know that whole saying, you get what you pay for. So these are the bar mitts. Wow, they went up. $45 to $56, man. When we bought them with a good discount. But these are pretty good, honestly. Bar mitts, you know. So you put them. Let's suppose you could put them on your scooter. We was kind of like nervous to put them on the eMove Cruiser. We was like, hey, it's Amazon. If they don't work, we could obviously return them. but they work pretty well, and we were surprised on how well they work, and we wind up keeping them for the Voro Motors. For Voro Motors E-Move Cruiser, and it works pretty well. Regan was saying that if I were to install these on the Ninebot Max, I don't think it will work because pretty much it would take up the whole entire handlebar. So you probably gotta you're probably gonna have some turning issues. But hey, man, I'm wearing hand warmers inside my gloves when it gets really cold like that. But I felt really comfortable riding with the bar mitts on the E-Move Cruiser. I was just wearing my regular scooter gloves that I wear daily. I was gonna wear my winter gloves, but when I put my winter gloves inside the bar mitts, I was like, wait a minute, I don't think I need the winter gloves. I think I'm good wearing just my regular motorcycle gloves. So I put my regular motorcycle gloves that I always wear. Like I said before, like if you're riding scooters, there are two things are your priority: your head, protecting your head, and your hands. Because when you fall, you gotta catch yourself with your hands. So, hopefully that all makes sense. Hey, we got our first chat. My cruiser crapped the bed, but I like their podcast. My cruiser crapped the bed. I don't understand, bro. Yeah, but yeah, shout out to Steel City Electric for giving us our first chat of the day. But yeah, you guys, it worked really well on the Voro Motors E-Move Cruiser. And the Cruiser, the Cruiser V2 worked really well in low temperatures like that. It has hybrid tires. And also it did really well on snowy conditions too, because we did stumble upon black ice and also snow, and it did pretty well. I was really concerned more about I was really more concerned about the black ice. The black ice is nothing to play with. You could really fall on black ice. But it worked really well. I was really happy with how was the performance. We honestly, you guys, I'm gonna just tell you this right now, and I'm gonna be fully transparent with everyone that is watching. I was suffering on that shoe. I was like, when I was recording that video for you guys that is coming out this week. Look, you see what I said there, you guys? I did a plug. That I was suffering, you guys. Rican was okay, man. Rican has a full face helmet, and he was all good. But I was suffering because I think I was not almost prepared because I didn't have my long johns, my thermals on. But I was suffering, man. 25 degrees. Your boy Anthony was freezing to death out there. But I tried to do 2 deliveries. We did 2 deliveries, and I feel like the perfect way to test out a scooter is to put it to the test and give it high mileage. Put it like to ride it constantly and also ride it in different weather conditions. Hey, we rode it in the rain, we rode it in the summer, and we rode it in the winter with extremely freezing temperatures. Yeah, the second version looks great. Yeah, we had minor details on the second version, but damn, this thing weighs 78 pounds. It doesn't seem like it weighs 78 pounds. It seems to me it weighs more, and he's picking it up like that. He's gonna lock it. That's one thing that it has, man, that you could lock the stem. And wow, man, this guy looks, I don't know how I don't want to judge a book by its cover, but this guy could actually pick up that scooter, man. I could hardly pick it up. But honestly, you guys, I would not love to pick up this scooter up 5 flights. You guys know me. We live in the 5th floor, walk up, and it's hard. I know there was several of you guys was messaging me that I should change my workout so I could pump up those muscles. It's not that I don't want to train for it. It's not something that I want to do, honestly. It's not something that I want to do and pick it up 5 flights. As you guys know me, we rode the Dualtron. We rode the Dualtron Eagle Pro for like 4 years, and 4 years bringing that bad boy up and down the stairs was really giving your boy Anthony's shoulder a workout, an extreme workout that I had to get therapy. I had to get physical therapy on my shoulder because I was like getting these nerves, something with my nerves, with my rotator cuff. But look at this. Hold on. You guys missed this. Hold on. Look at it inside the deck. Hold on. Let's go back a few. He's going to show the inside of the deck. Look at that. Look at that. Look how clean that is. And if you guys are still shopping for a new scooter, just a plug, use promo code Ride with Anthony. You get $50 off. You know what I'm trying to say, guys? But yeah, if you guys are tool savvy and you guys do your own modification, this scooter is the perfect scooter to get started with because, again, look at all the endless opportunity you got to modify your scooter. It's going to come close to the Segway Max when people were getting the Segway Max just to customize it, just to put dual motors, a bigger motor, and all that stuff, making that thing run fast, you know. I'm a type of guy that I only like to go 25 miles per hour. Do I pop up 30 miles per hour? You know, occasionally, you know, if the roads are nice and dry, if the roads are nice and dry and it's clear, I pop up 30 on my Duotron. But yeah, this thing is heavy. Like the weight itself, sometimes the weight itself is so conceiving because I was like, yo, this thing doesn't weigh that much. And when I actually picked it up, I was like, holy crap, this thing weighs a ton for being a single motor. But as you guys saw, the battery takes the battery is a bigger battery. And now they're coming out with the dual motor kit that you could purchase. If you got the single motor, I think you could purchase it for like $500 and make your single motor a dual motor, which is kind of cool now. That's how they're first starting it out. We're selling the parts. I believe that Voro Motors and all these electric scooter companies, I think they're gonna finally hit a plateau. I don't know when Segways. That's another topic that we're gonna have to discuss. I don't know when Segway is gonna hit their plateau, but already, man, they already have their new lineups. It hasn't even been 2 years. I remember like they will take like 2 to 3 years to release a scooter. For example, the Segway G2, that thing took like 5 years to be released, and that's the predecessor of the Segway Max. But now Segway is just being innovated, coming out with scooters after scooters. I'm like, man, let the public first, you know, ride it first, you know, and then you could come out with scooters. But now they're coming out with the Segway G3. The Segway G3, not even 2 years, they're already coming out with the Segway G3. And like I said, man, innovation is I thought innovation hit a plateau, but with Segway, they're constantly innovating their product. But like I said, these scooters, I feel like they're hitting a plateau with single and dual motors. Yes, it can make them light as possible, but I think the real money is in the modifications. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I've been wrong before, and I've been right before. So I think, long story short, I think the money for a company to make it in the scooter game, I think you need to make money in two things: in repairs and modifications. I think this whole thing of releasing scooters after scooters after scooters, you know, it eats up your inventory, and it also eats up your capital. But you know, I'm not a scooter company owner, so what do I know? You know what I'm trying to say? But that's what I'm saying. You know, that's what I'm saying. But Segway, you know, is a huge company. You know, I don't know what they're gonna do with the Segway G2 that haven't sold. You know, but I think the Segway G2. Let's look at the Segway G2. Hold on. Segway G2. All right, let's look at the Segway G2. And then we're going to look at the Segway G3. All right? Look at the Segway G2 right there. It looks like the Segway Max, right? You know. But then if you look at the Segway G3, oh my goodness, like in less than a year, almost less than a year, they released the Segway G3 that is actually coming out in the 2025. But God, man, let's see. A brand new dashboard. It's a brand new body. It's bigger, it's cleaner, it's meaner, it's faster, and it's smarter. It's smarter now. Look at that nice LED, hydraulics, suspensions. And if you look in the front, it's not a single suspension. It's a fork suspension. And supposedly, word around the campfire, it's hydraulics. It's a smart scooter. I thought I could not get smarter than that. Let's see what he has to say.
The handlebars are angled slightly more towards you, so it's a more comfortable ride. This one also has dual hydraulic shock absorbers, so I was going over bumps and things like that, and it was very smooth and very stable. The G3 Max has some of the same safety features that were on the previous version. For starters, this one also has turn signals here, so there's one on each side. It also has Apple Find My in case you lose it, and it has air lock so that the scooter will lock and unlock automatically when you approach it or leave it. This is definitely a scooter for commuters, especially those who need to travel, a decent amount of distance to get to and from work. It's got, great shock absorption, really smooth handling, and like I said, a great range too. Segway hasn't yet released the pricing for the Max G3 yet, only that it's going to be released in the spring or summer of 2025. However, we do know the pricing of the higher end version of this, the GT3, which is going to be around $1699. So I would imagine that this one is going to be around $1,000, which is very affordable for the
$1,000 for the G3. Not bad at all. $1,000, Let's see. $1,000 for the G3. You get what you pay for, Let's see if we got any more specs on the G3. Let's see. I tested. Oh, okay. So shout out to Tom's Gadget Garage for the video 19 hours ago. If you guys want to see more about the G3, visit Tom's Gadget Garage.
Tom's Gadget Garage. Today I'm here in Las Vegas, Nevada at Segway's little test track that they have outside of the CES convention. And we're going to be testing out some of the latest and greatest that they have to offer from both their scooter lineup, their bike lineup, as well as their go-kart. So I'm going to go ahead and do is get geared up and we're going to go ahead and test these things out. All right, so I am cruising around right now in sport mode, and one of the first things that you notice about this scooter is the ride feel is definitely smoother somehow than the original Ninebot Max G2. So really good throttle response. Once again with this, similar to what we see on the ZT3 Pro, they do have this thumb throttle as well as twist throttle integration. And so far, it's a smooth ride, and probably some of that can be attributed to the fact that now it's got full suspension, full hydraulic suspension. There's no kind of knocking or anything like that. Very plush feel, but yeah, first impression so far, very smooth ride feel. And these bumps here in this parking lot in Vegas that we're testing this out on right now are just being eaten up by this scooter. No problem at all. We'll go ahead and bump this into sport mode. Oh yeah, definitely solid acceleration. So that's one of the big upgrades to this scooter from the Ninebot Max G2 is that it's got 850 nominal watts of power, can crank out upwards of.
Okay, that's a good improvement right there. Peak 2,000 watts. Peak 2,000 watts, that's a huge upgrade from the G2 to the G3. Because the G2 and the G1, the Segway Max and the Segway Max G2, they were both 36 volts. They were both 36 volts. Rican has a G2, and I was like saying to Rican, I was like, yo, I don't understand how the G2 has a faster speed because they both are 36 volts. That's why, I guess that's why the G2 has a lot of burnout controllers because they pushing that 36 volts. All right, let's continue with the video. Let me quick japping.
2,000 peak watts of power, whereas with the original G2, you've got 450 nominal watts of power, up to 1,000 peak watts of power, and if you've got the upgraded firmware, I think up to 1,400 watts of power. All right, so we're gonna do a quick little test of the brakes. Absolutely solid. And we're coming in for a second brake test. Insane stopping power. Like some of the other Segways that we've tested on the channel, this not only has, the manual brakes, but it's also got electronic braking integrated in there, so you get the best of both worlds. Here we've got a little bit of a 10% incline that we can test this out on. See how it goes? Right up and over. Nope.
All right, let me pause it right there. For those of you that know about scooter riding, that little ramp is not a real test. Take a scooter up an incline of, let's say, about a half a mile. If the speed doesn't change it, that means the scooter has passed the incline test. Let's continue with the video.
No problem. There's a little cobblestone section here. Test out the suspension. We'll come up and over this. Yeah. Oh, does a good job of absorbing that impact. So somehow they have managed to further improve the suspension feel on this scooter. So the Max G2 already had a phenomenal ride feel, probably class-leading suspension, and I think they've just topped that here with the inclusion of rear hydraulics. So nice little change from Segway team. So I'm going to go ahead and come through on this cobblestone and give you an idea of what that suspension looks like with me riding on it. So we'll go over this hump here and right up and over. So one of the things I want to point out is this screen is completely updated and they've moved the controls over to the handlebar. And so your turn signals, your mode selector button, cruise control, you've got your headlight, power button, all of that directly on the left handlebar grip, which is way more ergonomic and convenient than using a centrally mounted button. Another thing to call out is that you've also got the thumb throttle as well as twist throttle in the right grip, so similar to what we see on the ZT3 Pro. Now we've got dual brake handles available to us instead of the one on the left-hand side. And another cool feature about this screen is not only do you get more data, but it's also got turn-by-turn navigation, which is a huge improvement. The rear end of the scooter does look relatively similar to the Max G2. You do have, you know, your folding mechanism here. And for those of you worried about security, you do have a loop here so that you can actually attach your lock onto there. So, you know, you do have a loop here so that you can actually attach.
So that's one of the selling points that I like. Like, for example, if you have stairs, you can actually pick it up from over there, so about that handlebar right there, that loop right there that he was mentioning. And you can also lock up you could also actually use it as a lock grip right there. I still don't recommend it locking it up there. I think I will always lock it through the stem.
Your lock onto there, so, you know, easier to secure this thing when you're out and about. Now, I know some of you asked whether or not this is an electronic horn or not. This does have a bell. It's pretty loud, really good if you're getting pedestrians' attention, but it does not have an electric horn. Another big upgrade on this scooter is the fact that it does have disc brakes, both in the rear and the front, which is a major upgrade.
Finally, disc brakes. We need disc brakes.
It has a single drum as well as electronic braking. So now you get the disc brakes and the electronic brakes. All right, so we'll go ahead and rip around the parking lot a little.
Both of two worlds, electronic and disc brakes. Not bad. So 48, oh man. So for the people that are cropped out, unfortunately, this is, hold on. God, I think I'm going
See
back.
what else they've got in their lineup.
So the people that are cropped out, the battery is 48 volts, like 600 watt hours. 48 volts, 600 watt hours. Not bad, I think. Not bad. Let me see how. Let me translate that into amp hours. Let me see if they actually wrote it down over here. Let me go back a little bit.
Ramp.
I think I went too back. Okay. So the charge time is 30.5 hours. It is 597 watt hours, and the system is 48 volts. Let me do some math calculation over here. So if we divide 4, let's just round to 600. It's on paper, supposedly it is 597 watt hours, okay? And we gotta round it up to 600, divided that by 48. Okay, it is a 12 amp hour battery. It's a 12.5 amp hour battery, which in real world terrain, in real world terrain, you guys, I believe that the Segway Max G3 in real world terrain, we're talking about 48 volts system, 12.5 amp hour battery. I think you're gonna get in Manhattan with probably with 3 or 4 inclines included. I think about 12 miles. 12 miles, but in reality, I think you'll probably get like 10 miles or so. Not bad, 10 miles. On the Segway Max, you'll get 10 to 15 miles, give or take. But this scooter, I think, is gonna give you like 10 miles.
Bouncing up and down on this suspension, and you know, once again, it's got very plush feel to it, very similar to the Ninebot Max G2. The difference is with this, it's a little more refined than what we had in that scooter. And if you recall, one of my criticisms of that scooter was the knocking sound when you go over, you know, particularly rough stuff, especially at speed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna circle.
Damn, no audio. Thank you so much, man. We need a moderator. Anyways, like I was saying, we're riding 2 scooters at the moment right now. We're riding the Segway Max. I call it a Toyota because that thing takes so much abuse and it still rides high rides. And the second scooter, we're riding the Duotron Spider, which we're going to sell. We're gonna get rid of the Duotron Spider first gen. That thing weighs less than 50 pounds. I'm done riding with Duotron. I'm gonna have a video coming up in the future why my explanation at the moment why I'm done riding with Dualtron. I'm done riding with Dualtron. I need to wash my hands off the Dualtron. What do you think of the Max G3? Well, we were discussing it like 10 minutes ago. I think it's a huge innovation with Segway. I was saying that I feel like almost all the scooter company except Segway has hit a plateau, innovation plateau. Segway, not even less than 2 years, they're already releasing the Segway Max G3, and I think that scooter, if it's 48 volts, they got it right. Because the Segway Max G2, there's so many problems with their controller. It's a faster scooter, but it's 36 volts, and it's blowing up the controller. They have a huge problem of blowing up their controller. What do you think the price will be? Like, shout out to Tom's Gadget. He stated it's gonna be like around $1,000. It may be $1,000. It might be lower than that because Segway right now, they have the Segway P100 less than $1,000. They have the Segway Max G2 less than $1,000. The ZT3 $1,000. So I think we're looking at ballpark around there $1,000. And for what you're getting with the Segway lineup, innovation, and I understand people want to go over 35 miles per hour. Scooters of Segways, they do not go above 35 miles per hour because of safety. They don't. I don't think that company really likes scooter going above 35 miles per hour. I know they got the Transformer, which I think it hits up to speed to 40 miles per hour, but now they have some issues with the stem breaking off and all that stuff. So Segway, they're not really a fan of high-end performance scooters. They're really a fan of smart scooters, scooters that you can monitor on your phone. And especially with the AI coming out, that scooter is gonna freaking program itself. When it detects snow on the ground, it's gonna decrease speed. Already they were saying that that scooter is gonna be able to AI itself to generate more battery. The GT3 goes about 50 miles per hour. I agreed, but I think Segways are not a fan of high speeds. They're not a fan of high speeds because you could get a faster scooter on an Alibaba scooter. Honestly, they are a fan of innovation of IoT. Their innovation of IoT. They want the scooter to be controlled off a smartphone. They basically want to become the Tesla of scooters. So yeah, you guys, congestion pricing, it's crazy what's going on in New York City right now. Let's see, we got a protester right here. Hopefully I don't get banned, but we've been live streaming for over 30 minutes. So let's see what happens over here. Already, New Yorkers are going into effects of losing their marbles. A Suburban, guys, Jesus. Or an SUV, that's an SUV? An SUV, he's blocking on his plates. He's put some middle finger on his plates. And he's gonna create a protest right in front of Trump Tower. He's insane, man. In front of Trump Towers, especially with the climate that we're in.
Zoom in on these. These are the fucking cameras right here. These are the fucking scam congestion price cameras. Every fucking New Yorker should get their ass in the city. You work here, cop, fireman, teacher, hot dog stand owner. Get out here, cover your fucking license plates, and tell this fucking city and state to go fuck themselves, like I'm doing.
Wow, what a shot right there. Yo, love that guy. Yo, what up, Philippe? Shout out to Philippe. Yo, guys, you guys are killing me, man. You guys, if I start this live stream at 7 o'clock, I want you guys at 7:05. latest 7:15. But guys, your boy Anthony needed to end the live stream in 30 minutes. I'm like reaching out to Tariq, and I'm like, yo, bro, I need to get up in the morning tomorrow. You know, if you guys dropping some donation, you know, that might encourage me to stay up a little bit late. But it's 9:06, you know. You know what I'm trying to say? But shout out to Philippe Speedway Riders. Shout out to Wilson Scooter Shop. Bro, if you got an issue with your scooter, take it to Philippe/Wilson e-scooter shop. They will fix it for you, man. Those guys was fixing controllers, man. Burnout controllers. Yeah, so these are the cameras right there. I don't drive a car. I do drive, but I don't drive a car because I don't got the patience to look for parking. And honestly, guys, I don't know what's gonna happen. Freaking $9, starting $9. They wanted to open up at $15. You know, I'm not trying to get my thoughts straight. I'm not a pro green energy this, green energy that. I believe that there has to be a balance somehow. You know what I'm trying to say, guys? A balance, and it needs to be fair. I don't think this is fair at all, man. Like, already New York City, it's way, way oversaturated and expensive as is, man. And I don't think it's fair for people to pay in a certain area of Manhattan, because this is how it starts. Maybe in 10 years from now, just to be in Manhattan, to drive in Manhattan, you probably need to pay a toll. You know, I think this is a money grab. In my opinion, I think this is a money grab. MTA has been getting money for years, and there's always some crazy problem. I think the MTA, they need to learn how to manage. They need to fire, actually, their finance department and bring in a private-owned, independent finance company to turn the tables around, because MTA, they got a lot of problems with their infrastructure, with their internal systems, they're managing, and it's just a zoo. You know, people don't feel safe riding these subways. People ride scooters and e-bikes in 25-degree weather. Come on, like your boy Anthony. Cougar G4 950 and has what you're looking for. It's on my site. Innocent Ox as well. My man Philippe promoting the website, guys. Shout out to Philippe, man. Good guy, a good guy. But yeah, let's continue playing the video.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck your congestion fucking prices! When are you fucking New Yorkers gonna wake up and start letting this city and state fuck you every day? Fuck you! I covered my face. I'm not ready for a fucking scam artist. Bullshit fucking regular paper motherfucker. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
And of course, man, New Yorkers, this guy, he had enough, and it's, if New York was such a group gathering community, because here in New York City, you guys, for the people that are watching, for the handful of people that are watching, I don't know, I think we got something in common. You guys do not say hello to your neighbors. I don't say hello to my neighbors. I don't even know who are my neighbors. And this is something that New York has a big problem, New Yorkers have a stone cold face. They have a stone cold face. I'm not trying to say they're assholes, but New Yorkers, they mind their own business to a certain point, And I feel like, if this was in another state, where people are more community-wise, I don't think this would have happened like this. They probably would have bring a bigger fight to them. You think they get the message? I don't think so, man. I think he just upset a bunch of rookie cops, man. But anyways, you guys, we're gonna end the live stream. I promise you guys, next time we live stream, Rican and I, we're gonna be live streaming. It is what it is, things happen. We're gonna have to reschedule, and we're gonna discuss more about the congestion prices. I didn't want to get too much in depth about the congestion prices, because I want to know what a bigger audience think, and with what Rican thinks also. I think next time, I think I need to be more organized and prepare everybody. Hey, we're going live at 7:30 in such and such date. That way, people could like mark it on their notification, all that stuff. But anyways, you guys, this weather is fluctuating. Just try to ride safe out there. Ride safe. Stay warm. Again, my thoughts and prayers goes out to the people in California, especially with Yogi Steve and Voro Motors. Again, please be safe. Again, my prayers goes to everyone over there. Anyways, until the next one with Riding with Anthony, as always, ride safe and stay safe.